Hi guys, my name's Ali Head and I'm the health editor at Marie Claire UK. For my job I get to test loads of kit for a living, running trainers, leggings, bras and more, and I'm also an 8-time marathoner. I just ran Chicago Marathon, my second world major, 2 weeks ago now, finishing in a time of 3:19, my second ever Boston qualifying time, which I was pretty chuffed about. Really delighted to be here today, guest testing the new Mizuno Waverider 26. I'm going to take them for a spin and let you know how we get on. Okay, so what was my first impression of the shoe? They are super comfy. Like as soon as I put them on, I was like, okay, these are comfy, they're cushioned, they feel supportive enough to last you quite a long time. And also I've got quite wide feet, really like from the get-go, put them in and was like, these are gonna fit quite well. I'll obviously tell you more after I've tested, but initial thoughts getting them out of the box, they look lovely, they feel nice, and I bet you they'd last a very long time too. I would say the Waverider 26 is designed for kind of marathon training, long distance training. All of my ultra friends kind of swear by the brand because I think they're designed to go the distance. They're designed to be that kind of base shoe that you can use for long training miles. They've got durability kind of designed into every shoe. They're super stable, they're super supportive. I would say when I'm marathon training, and I think, I've done 8 now, it's always a tale of two halves. You want your speed shoe for when you're doing your interval work or your kind of, speed sessions. And then you need that really reliable, really durable workhorse shoe that will see you through runs to work in the week, your long run at the weekend. And I think this could be one of those. I normally like a bit of propulsion, quite a lot of bounce. I'm excited to see whether these are kind of bouncy enough for what I personally like, but also something that's just easy to slip on, super supportive, and you don't have to think about, your ankles rolling or anything wobbling around. That's super important for me. Also, I'm quite blister prone, so I need to make sure that while it's going to be durable, it's going to last a long time, it's going to be a good investment of money, it's not going to absolutely wreck my feet. I've bought so many pairs of shoes before that actually you wear for 2-3 runs and you can't run for a week because your feet are in such a bad state. So I think that it's kind to your feet as well is really important, and I'm excited to see, because I know they've designed it with durability in mind, but I'm excited to see how it actually feels on the foot too. Okay, so as I mentioned, it is marketed as a very stable shoe. That said, it is technically speaking neutral. So if you're a runner who needs extra stability, make sure you look for a specific shoe that is designed with that in mind. Okay, so now we've spoken about first impressions, let's do some stats for you. I think weight-wise, it's about 235 grams for women and 280 grams for men. So not the lightest shoe on the market, but for a really reliable daily training shoe, that's still not the heaviest either. Taking a look at the midsole, we've got a 12mm drop from heel to toe, which is pretty average for Mizuno shoes. We've also got an additional 2mm of their Mizuno Energy foam compared to the Waverider 25, the previous version. Moving on to the upper, we've got a fairly traditional knit and a well-padded, fully gusseted tongue. Okay, so we all know plates are a bit of a talking point at the moment, and while the Mizuno Waverider 26 doesn't have a carbon plate, it does have a composite plate. This is great for things like rigidity and stability. Last but by no means least, the outsole. Look at all of that rubber. I would say it's probably the most I've ever seen, which means kind of two things. It's going to be super grippy and quite durable too. And so yes, it's a road shoe, it's not a trail shoe, but it'll be great for things like canal tow paths, any kind of surface like that. I imagine it'd be really, really grateful. All right, so I've told you nearly everything there is to know about the shoe. Now it's time to actually test it. We're going to go for a quick 5K run around Victoria Park, and then I'll be straight back to tell you what I actually thought while testing them. Okay, so I have just finished testing the shoe. I've done a 5K loop around Victoria Park. First impressions, I'm a fan. They are very stable, very supportive. I was quite pleasantly surprised with how comfortable they were from the get-go. From out of the box, I've literally slipped them on, not even really adjusted the laces, and they're a dream to run in. No rubbing, nothing like that, no discomfort. They're just light and yeah, super supportive, as I've said. I would say one of the main standout things that I notice is that grip, the rubber grip on the bottom. Just makes you feel slightly more secure and not at all like you're going to wobble when you're running, which was great. Also quite a lot of room. I'd say they're great for people with slightly wider feet, because as I said, I've had no discomfort. I've put them on straight out of the box. Slightly bouncier than I was expecting, which I liked. And yeah, just a great all-round training shoe, I would say. Absolutely no complaints, and really enjoyed running in them. So I am normally a size 5 and would go up half a size or so for running shoes, and I did in these, and I would say you definitely do need to do that. They've got a tiny little rubber bit kind of around your toe, which I haven't seen before in a shoe, and I actually quite like it. I again assume it's for that durability element. I've had so many trainers in the past where my toe has actually worn through the end because of the knit or the upper, and I'm pretty certain that wouldn't happen here because of that rubber that they put in there, which I think is really great. If you're looking for that kind of training shoe that will really last you the long run, I think this is a great option. I don't think you can go far wrong. Everybody needs a really reliable training shoe for the kind of long runs and the easy runs and the recovery runs, and I would say this is a great option if you're looking for one of those. They're designed with so many aspects to make sure that they do go the long run and will last the test of time. So if you've got, a reasonable budget and want to invest in a shoe that you can have for, say, I don't know, 3 to 5 years, that aren't going to wear out quickly, I'd say go with these. I would definitely use them for longer marathon training runs, easy runs, as I said, and recovery runs, because they're just easy to slip on, comfortable, and do exactly what they say on the tin. Out of all of the other shoes that I've tested, and I am quite lucky that I get to test a lot for work, I would say they're quite similar to Hoka shoes, maybe the Hoka Match, that kind of supportive, springy, slightly propulsive style. A few of the Asics shoes that I've tried, similar. Brooks, quite similar. The Brooks Ghost we were talking about just before this. It's exactly that kind of caliber of running shoe, I would say. So really reliable, really supportive, and just will go the long run with you. Will last you for years, and will kind of always be there just to slip on if you need a shoe that you don't even have to think about wearing. You just wear it and it does the job. That is all for our Waverider 26 review today. I've really enjoyed guest testing, and I hope you've enjoyed watching too. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you again very soon. If you're keen to get your hands on your very own Mizuno Waverider 26 shoes, then you can right now at prodirectrunning.com.